Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello. Oh man, that was a speedy intro. Man, love that. Love the energy.
Demons and headbangers.
Yeah.
My name is Chris. His name is Jan. We've got Dylan in the studio with us, who's brought with him a playlist of killer speed insanity music, and we'll listen to some more of it.
Love the energy.
And talk to him more about the music. But here's another band. It's called Zeke. There's 20 seconds left. See ya. FNA, okay.
That was quite an intro. And that here all on this Monday on Happy Hour FM at Oog Radio. 106.6 FM.
Short attention spans, you know?
Yes, woo. Well, I've got a short attention span. This is just a show for me.
Yeah.
And of course the show for everyone here in Groningen. Hello, everyone.
Thank you for handling the introductions there, Jan.
Yes,
we experiment with some different techniques to intro this entire mess every week, and this week we decided to jump straight into things without thinking too much about it. But
you never think too much anyway, so what's the deal?
No. But we're gonna hit the brakes just a little bit right now as we have Venom playing in the background there.
Oh man!
Welcome to hell. Welcome to
hell.
The hell that is
it's just
this radio
here.
show. And it's about damn time I say hello to our guest here today. Hi there, Dylan, again.
What's up? I'm Dylan.
Hello, Dylan.
Do you just want to introduce yourself in whatever way you see?
Who are we with?
Well, I'm Dylan. I'm 22 years old. As you know, I'm a bartender, so...
Whoa, never guessed that.
Yeah, whoa! And I'm here to talk about some rock and roll, you know?
Oh, man.
Some real fucking rock and roll.
Heck yeah. So you've prepared a playlist for us here today. What's in there?
Well, we started out with 69 Charger, which is a rock and roll band from Eindhoven. Mm-hmm. And afterwards we had Zeke with a song from the Flat Tracker album, which was a 50-second song.
Yeah, it was rather quick. Could you give us a bit of an intro to this style of music? Because
what are we on about?
Well, basically it's punk rock with a rock and roll twist.
Yeah,
like you know the Stooges. You know, it's kind of like that, but then on a lot more speed.
Right,
you know?
right, gotcha.
And cocaine. So yeah, it's fucking.
That's public radio for you.
And mostly it's songs we're playing today, all just rock and roll songs, you know, just punk rock or metal with a rock and roll twist, you know.
Ooh,
awesome. Yeah.
That's, so what is the third song now then that we are on about?
Well, this is I Can't Die from a band called Speedwolf. It's fucking it fucking destroys you, man.
Okay,
like the song, it's fucking cocaine, like you're on a fucking cocaine trip. Dude, what? You can't fucking die.
It's a lot. Okay, here's Speedwolf with I Can't Die. We'll see you later. Happy RFM.
Die!
man, love the energy here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you want to feel the energy, if you want to give us your energy, want to, transform your energy into radio, please give us a text, give us a message.
If you
hit
want to
us
say
on our Instagram, hit us up on 050-5715-815.
Yeah. That's the phone number.
Yes.
Instagram is Happy Hour FM. On Instagram, feel free to say how offended you are by Dylan's language on there.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, no, it's okay. He is standing in the corner now. He's thinking about what he's doing.
Yeah, all good, man, all good. Yeah, but I want to talk a little more about this music because you sent me these tracks and I was preparing the playlist before this interview. And what struck me is exactly what you say. It's like metal and punk rock with a rock and roll twist to it. So a lot of this stuff is very reminiscent for me of like rock and roll from the 50s and like Chuck Berry and that sort of thing.
Yeah, like you heard in the song from Zeke, it opens up with this Chuck Berry part, and like if you listen to the 50s stuff, it's really it's kind of like fight music,
It's very energetic.
It's very energetic. It's primitive. If they had like distortion back then, like there wouldn't be any clubs left, man. People would destroy everything.
Right.
And this is basically like in the 60s they found distortion and the Stooges came. They played their rock and roll with some hard distortion. And if you listen to like the Raw Power LP from 1973, like, that's probably like one of the first punk rock albums in my opinion.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
it's like it is actually raw power. It still is to this day probably one of the hardest fucking punk rock albums. Punk rock albums around.
Yeah,
And
the Stooges are great. The Kinks also had some really edgy songs for the time, sound-wise, like just very bitey distortion, unlike anything that was heard up until then, but still with those like classic just rock and roll rhythms that you're used to from the likes of Chuck Berry and Elvis and Roy Orbison and etc.
Is this also like you play in a band, right?
Yeah.
Is this also like the sort of music that you play with your band?
Yeah, we also play more like hardcore punk.
Right.
But also with a Chuck Berry twist, We play some Chuck Berry riffs here and there. It's just
Love the edge there.
fast and energetic.
Yeah.
I scream my voice away every week.
Amazing.
Well, we were glad that you still have your voice now for this lovely hour.
Well, I kind of lost it because we had karaoke this week. So,
at the bar?
Okay. Singing some David Hasselhoff, Looking for Freedom. I love that song.
Fun stuff. Fun stuff.
That's fun. Want to give your band a shout out? Anyone that is listening?
Yeah, we're called Cocaine Nose Job. We are the fastest.
Love that name.
Yeah, thank you. The name's actually ironic because none of us do cocaine.
Yeah.
I'm straight edge.
You don't even drink beer, no?
No, our drummer is he teaches kids,
Oh, yeah. Kindergarten teacher.
No. He teaches older kids, like 13-year-old kids.
Oh, cool.
And,
like a teacher.
Teacher,
That's the word for it,
A teacher,
Heck yeah.
I haven't been to school in like 20 years, man.
No worries.
Yeah, because but besides like playing in the band, being the bartender for the coolest bar in Groningen, are you also like a student here? What else?
No, I stopped with school like
because
a
it
year
was
ago.
the conformist.
Yeah. No, I got a diploma in retail, but it's not really my thing.
Right.
I worked in a shop.
Well, you're selling beers now, right?
Yeah, I'm selling beers.
Well, there you go. That's retail for you.
I am a great salesman, though, When I see someone and they are shaking and I'm like, hey, man, I got the perfect thing for you. Some Jack Daniels.
I bought whiskey from this man for like $8 the shot.
Yeah.
So he's pretty good.
Yeah, well, but he's an easy customer, so
I'm Eastern European, that's true.
That's not too hard of a bargain.
Okay, guys.
What have we got lined up?
The mood is good. The energy is high. Let's hit us with another.
This momentum.
Hit us with another song, Dylan. What's next?
What are we gonna listen to?
It's called Jukebox Lean by the New Bomb Turks.
do I do with it? I got a head full of thoughts. What do I do with it? I do it clean. I do it clean. I do it clean. I got the jukebox. I got the jukebox playing. 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 I got the juke. I got the juke. I got the jukebox playing. Yeah. Woo.
Oh man, love the energy that we have around here.
Yeah.
Man, this is upbeat. This is woo.
This is
Exams are over again. Man, we can roll.
It's time to party, you know?
Yeah, indeed.
Definitely. Here's some Metallica for you in the background.
Ooh.
We're back.
man.
We're back.
Yes, whoa, that wasn't background there for a second.
No, it's just too good of an intro.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, definitely.
Great album. Great album.
Yeah. Do you like Metallica, Dylan?
I like the first album.
Okay.
I'm kind of an elitist, you know? I'm the type of guy who always says,
We
only
actually-
the first album's great.
Me and Justin, the other host of this show, because there's like 3 of us. That's
Yeah, that Justin
It's
isn't
way
here.
too little.
that's student radio for you. Yeah, we're shooting for 5 next year, but
Yeah.
it is what it
And
is.
10 the next.
Anyway, me and Justin, a couple of weeks ago, we had like just an episode, the 2 of us, and we just played some music. And I played some Metallica, and we talked about exactly that. I also used to be an elitist as a teenager. Like I would just be like, anything after Injustice sucks. But nowadays, I still like the first 4 albums the most.
You still think they suck?
Yeah, they still suck.
No, but in my opinion, new Metallica is also really cool. It's just for other people, you know. It's if you're a dad but you still like rock and roll, maybe.
And you
maybe
can't
like
see the kids
new
anymore, and they
Metallica.
got the house after
Or-
the divorce.
Jesus Christ, I'm trying to make a point here. Anybody's free to like whatever they want.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
but I've been in the metal scene for 20 years now. I went in it when I was 2.
Yeah.
I grew up in it because my
Yeah.
dad's a biker and that sort of stuff.
Ah,
And yeah, like I know Metallica's great, but as an elitist, we will never acknowledge that. We will never
Yeah.
acknowledge it. You know, like
why?
Ride the Lightning is the best album of Metallica, but we'll never say it. We'll still say it's Kill 'Em All because
It's actually Master of Puppets, but anyway.
okay, Saint Anger is a pretty good album. You know, before you interrupt
I also
me,
like the sound, to be honest.
Yeah, it's raw. You know, it's
I like lo-fi shite. So.
Yeah, sure. They should have toned down the drums and like cut the songs in half. But if you would put a different name on it, something like Metallica, Nautica, or something, you know, or
Right. Like if it was a different band, you mean?
yeah, it would be like
Oh,
it would
right.
have been a
Accepted.
classic, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
okay.
But I think it's because the fans get so emotionally attached to a certain period of a band's output that then anything that's different from that they reject automatically.
Yeah, that's why I reject everything after Kill 'Em All.
Yeah, but so my stance is I can't relate to anything after the Black Album, anything after Injustice, but I don't hate on it, you know, and I don't hate on people who do like it.
I do hate on people.
Yeah,
even
I
though-
hate. No, okay, so like I said, I'm an elitist.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I hate on a lot of stuff.
You actually hate on them.
Yeah, which is unfair of me because I used to be
Hey, but I appreciate the honesty.
yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
It's all good.
Do you like cut them off at your bar or something then? That's like, yeah, no, sorry, man. No, you got a poor taste. Here you go. No more alcohol for you.
I'm gonna interrupt Dylan here and just mention that the bar has a rule that you have to pay $5 to the bar if you request Sabaton.
Yeah, this Sabaton is just a bit too far, you know? Like, I used to listen to him when I was like 8 or something, and then I saw them live, and even like 9-year-old me was like, okay,
great, though.
This is really dorky. 9-year-old me thought.
It's super dorky, but it's so much fun live.
Yeah, no,
if you're in Eastern Europe, especially, because people go freaking wild.
Oh, yeah.
So, Jan, and to listeners who aren't familiar, this band Sabaton, they're from Sweden, and they sing all about, like, military history. The singer thinks he's a tank, thinks he's an actual tank. And he's bald,
Victoria.
He's bald with a mohawk, and it's just super bombastic, loud music, and it's super dorky, man. Like, they're total history nerds, but it's so much fun if you're in a crowd that are into it and everybody's jumping to these.
Oh yeah, but that's like
Jesus.
you know, you can put everything.
I think there's just a sense of humor to Sabaton. Like there's a sense of self-irony there.
Yeah, I respect him kind of, you know, because musically it's not really my thing, and sure I shit on him a lot, but it's not my business to say what you like and don't.
Yeah,
you know, you can just like whatever you want.
For sure. But, you mentioned earlier, I want to ask you, you mentioned your dad being a biker and stuff, and that you've been listening to metal since you were 2. How did you, first of all, what kind of music do you like? Is it only like speed metal, or do you like other styles, and how did your music tastes evolve over time?
Well, I started, of course, around my dad, you know, I've actually found a lot of video tapes, a couple of weeks ago of little me. I used to be bald. And I always
used to be bald.
Yeah. Back then I also wore leather jackets, you know. I always leather and denim, which is still the coolest stuff, you know. If you wear a leather perfecto jacket, which is the type Marlon Brando wears,
sweet.
You're like the coolest guy, which 2-year-old me thought as well.
I wish to be fat Marlon Brando.
Yeah, he was like, didn't he play in this movie with Val Kilmer? And he like,
he did.
And he
rest in peace, Val.
Rest in peace, Val. Rest in peace, Val. I loved you in Heat.
Yeah. By the way, if you want to be Marlon Brando, shouldn't you shave your beard, you know?
Oh, yeah.
First of all.
I should get like a tiny little guy to walk next to me everywhere. Like, you know, from Apocalypse Now.
I meant the island of Dr. Moreau from '96. Anyway, back to the show.
Oh,
Like this little dude follow him everywhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dylan, to get you back on track. So, you found these videotapes of you when you were bald. And then what happened?
When I was bald, I used to listen to stuff like Deicide, you know?
That's cool,
And I found a video of 6-year-old me at a competition at school. And
what sort of competition?
This talent show.
Oh, right. Okay.
And I dressed up as Rob Zombie. And I
sick, dude.
Yeah, and I did Super Beast, and I fucking won.
Rob Zombie is great.
Yeah.
You friggin' won.
Swearing. Yeah.
No, that's all right.
Yeah. And,
And after that, I've always been into metal, you know? I've always been into metal.
Is that because of your dad, or you just liked it?
Yeah, because of my dad, and also because I like it. After a while, of course, we started kind of splitting. Like, I grew up with stuff like, with a lot of black metal and death metal. Like, I remember there was this DVD called Roach Rage 2005. And
I love that you did the sound effects there.
Thank you.
Really.
I practiced them for today, you know?
And
on the radio. And there were a couple of bands on there. Like, it started out with Slipknot, or I forget.
Yeah.
And after a while, it went over to stuff like Obituary and Cradle of Filth, some Killswitch Engage.
Nice.
Yeah, and
that's a very mixed bag.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and Madball. I'm still into Madball, you know?
Madball's great, dude.
Yeah.
So do you think there's enough of a metal scene within Groningen?
Oh, yeah.
For your liking?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
It's, of course, I work at the bar, you know, so
of course.
I work.
You're at the nexus point of it.
Yeah, and people come from all over the world come here, you know, like.
Oh, cool.
Last week, Devin Townsend was in town.
Yeah.
And it's just fucking. I'm sorry. It's just awesome to see all those different people in the bar. You know.
Yeah.
It's fun.
No, but what would you like recommend for people that are just new in the city and like metal but haven't just like figured it out yet? Where can they find it?
Well,
Good
just
question.
come to the bar, and Erik from Black Horizons. Shout out to him. Erik.
Erik, if you're listening,
Yeah.
give us a text.
Give us a text.
He won't do that.
Erik. And he organizes all the shows here, most of the shows.
Yeah. So definitely follow Black Horizons
Yeah.
on social media.
Which is mostly black metal and death metal. I think thrash metal
He
is...
does a lot of different types of shows.
Yeah.
He had like a couple bands from Canada in February this year, and they were like really laid back, kind of.
And he's doing some 80s hard rock in like 2 weeks, which is like really cool, Like, he's spreading out. Like I remember when he started, I was mostly black and death metal, and
Early on,
but I was thinking about organizing some shows as well. But the thing is, I was thinking about seeing if I could get Evil and Fate is here, which is a known band here in Groningen, because they used to play here every year in Simplon. But they got bigger, and
right.
They
want more money.
I want more money. No, man, they're really cool guys. They used to come to the bar often.
Cool.
And I just think that speed and thrash metal is kind of falling away here in Groningen. It's getting picked up again because I saw that something called Creep is coming. They are like starting to organize some shows.
Right.
Is that a booking agent? Creep? Or
I don't know. They gave me some flyers. I didn't read
Which
them.
would be like, by the way, very weird, to just pick up the phone. Hello, this is whoever from band. Yes, hello, this is this and this person calling from Creep. Wait, what?
Yeah.
It's not a bad name. Not a bad name.
No.
Okay,
They were really nice people, My uncle got a cat from one of them,
What?
Like a cat.
Yeah, like
a
the
kitten.
actual... Oh, okay.
Like, got a cat. Meow. Well,
That's just sounds like, at the end of a show, like normally whenever in theater they just give you like some flowers or whatever.
Oh,
it's
no,
like,
this was
here's the
at
show.
home.
Here you go. At the end of the show. Here it is.
kitten.
Meow. Wait, what?
sick.
Sorry,
Well,
I almost said something bad again.
Don't say bad things, man. Only good things here.
Yes, love the vibes.
what I'm getting is that the scene is alive and well, and if you want to be part of it,
Picking
go
up.
to the W.Wolf or follow Black Horizons on social media, and then go to one of the shows.
Yes.
But right now on Happy
On the
Hour
meantime.
FM over here, we're gonna listen to more music from Dylan.
Yes. What have you got lined up for us?
What's next?
The next song is You're So Fake by Electric Frankenstein. Some people might know Electric Frankenstein because they are amazing. They're really good. They're really
Cool.
good.
Nice save.
They
nice
are, and
We teach him so well.
I did kind of a deep dive
dive. Yeah.
in this band. Like their most known song is Neurotic Pleasures, which is a great song as well, which has a great vocal melody. But this one, this is my favorite song of the album. They got great album covers as well.
Okay.
Ooh, we'll get back to that later after this one more song. One
You're
more
so
song.
fake.
You're so fake.
Yeah, you're so basic. Think you got what's good for me. You want us to stay small. Or you won't let us play it out. You just want us out for you. Don't you want the chosen few? You think everybody sucks. Don't you know that New York rocks? You're so big. You're so big. You're so big. You're so big. You make no difference. You're so big. Your opinion's unreal. When you think that my game's your loss, so you won't let us out of the box. And you don't care how will make do. As long as we play just for you. Success is a dirty word, and something we don't deserve. We'll never how it's good for me, but the hard life's feeling right. You're so fake, you draw a fake. We are so fake, trending on cold. We are so fake, you make no difference to me. We are so fake, your opinions are real.
Hello, welcome back.
Yes. Oh man, love the energy, love the spirit here.
We're back with Happy Hour FM, and
Did you forget the name of our show?
No, I was just picking a song to play.
Ah, right. Okay.
Wait, is that a name?
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised. I'm learning every day.
I don't actually know these guys. They just picked me from the hall.
We pulled him off the street.
Yeah, I'm just a janitor, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so what sort of covers, like the album covers?
But you
best
mentioned that,
album cover that you've ever seen, and what makes an album cover good in your opinion?
There are some really good album covers. Actually, I saw one today by Youth Deprivation. What's the album called again? I listened to it today. It's with this knife and this.
Describe the appearance, and we'll come.
You got this hand. It's because you had
This
Reynard
hand.
here.
We are on radio. We
did.
can't see.
Yeah,
we did.
you got Reynard on here.
Yep.
And there's this album cover of him with a knife cutting the Youth Deprivation logo in his hand, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
And
Hardcore.
one of my favorites, we played Speedwolf.
Yeah.
Their album cover from the album Ride with Death is probably one of my all-time favorite album covers because it's this huge Grim Reaper.
Right.
Yeah, that one behind the lids.
I pulled it up on our computer here. Yeah, it's the album.
It's really cool.
Behind the Lids by local band Youth Deprivation.
Yeah.
If you want to check that out, it's a cool album cover. Yeah. It's like a hand with a knife with like eyes on it, and he's carving like the Youth Deprivation logo on his hand. It's quite crazy. Yeah.
Brutal.
And
anyway, what makes a good album cover in your opinion?
Probably simplicity for me. Like the one from Youth Deprivation isn't really simplistic. The one from Behind the Lids, I think it has quite a lot of detail. I think, but I think simplicity is really important. Like for me as well, I really like simplistic merchandising. You know, I don't know if you know the band The Hip Priests. They played here 2 years ago in the Zolder in front of 20 people.
Really?
Yeah, on a Monday. On a Monday.
What a weird day for a concert.
Yeah, they were on a tour.
Wait, we're on a Monday. Oh no!
Yeah. Sorry, what style of music are they?
Punk rock and roll, the same like this. I forgot to put it in, and I was coming here in the bus, I was like,
pull it up. That's all right. But that's kind of crazy that they had a punk show at Zolder.
Yeah,
doesn't seem like the usual place for it, but that's nice.
Oh, it was really. I think they were one of the best live bands I've ever seen. They were so good. They were really good.
Sick, dude.
They inspired me to make the music I'm making right now.
Oh,
you
cool.
know, to start writing that kind of music. And sure, we kind of changed over time. Like we started out playing more like X punk rock. And I don't know if you guys know the band X from Los Angeles.
No.
Tell us a song. We'll put it on in the background.
Yeah. So by the way, just to interrupt you real quick, what time
sorry,
did
Jan.
you?
Dylan, could you just say a song by the band X so we can put it in the background?
Just Los Angeles, the biggest hits.
Oh,
Right.
Cool.
So when did
X,
your
just the letter X? You know.
Gotcha.
right?
Yeah.
So when did your band start? How did you start? When did you start?
Well,
and
I-
was the year of our Lord.
I think 2023. I thought of a name because I wanted to start a punk band. I used to make black metal on my own in my in my bedroom.
What are you, Norwegian?
Yeah, like no, I can't say that. I almost said
No.
something about something. Yeah, no. Something about a DSPM joke, because I was making DSPM. But
That's a funky style of music anyway.
after a while, I wanted to play something faster and more energetic, and I wanted to start a punk band. So I was looking around for like drummers and stuff, and then I was thinking of a name, and I thought about Cocaine Nose Shop, and I was like, "Fuck, that's a great name!
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
I have to do
definitely.
something with that." Like I've only heard, like, nobody was ever like, "Oh, okay." Everybody gave a reaction to that name.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like it invokes reaction indeed.
Yeah. And because I talked about it to Bartman from Peter Pan Speedrock, which is the greatest rock and roll band from the Netherlands. Peter Pan Speedrock.
Peter Pan Speedrock.
Yeah.
If you are Peter Pan or
And they are like, I talked to the bass player of that band, and I told him, like they are huge. They started out as a huge inspiration for us. Nowadays we play more, a lot faster, so
Right.
you can't really hear the inspirations anymore. But
that was one of your inspirations.
and the bass player is one of my idols. And when I met him, I was really, really nervous. I was like sweating, and he's like the most normal guy you'll ever meet, you know?
Oh, huh?
Like he's a carpenter, you know?
Wait, what?
And and I was like really nervous because I met him. He was at a market in Emmen, and he's from Eindhoven. So
what sort of market was this? Where just casual carpenters slash musicians from Eindhoven casually pop up.
The Eindhoven carpenter market. Yeah.
I had a question here for later, but since you're kind of on the topic, I'd like to ask you, what is the
best carpenter that you know?
apart from that, what's the most important thing in music for you, if there is one thing? Like, what do you connect with? Why are we listening to the stuff we're listening to now? Because I guess obviously you connect to it in some way, but what kind of itch does it scratch for you?
Really depends on where I was in my life. Back in the day, I used to like. I'm from Stadskanaal,
Okay.
which is. It isn't like the greatest place for a guy who's like.
If I
Alternative, you know?
if I may,
Yeah.
you know, like insult the entire city of Stadskanaal. Like it's every time the government gives out like a report on what is the worst or poorest place to live.
Oh.
It's usually the top two
They are
for
the
the last. No, not even that. They can't even win at that. Like they're usually all the Pekela, not far from Stadskanaal,
Yeah.
is 9 out of 10 times the number one, and number two is always Stadskanaal.
Yeah, I grew up there, you know? I grew up there, so...
Luckily, people from Stadskanaal know Misselkanaal is
Yeah,
worse. So, yeah.
My first girlfriend was from Misselkanaal. Yeah.
If you happen to be Dylan's first girlfriend and you're listening, please give us a text.
Oh, you don't want... No. I shouldn't say anything.
And so anyway, kind of a rough environment to grow up in.
I don't know, like there was...
In the streets, the ghetto of Groningen.
Yeah, from the streets of Stadskanaal. No, I was kind of a loner, you know, so... I got into as a metalhead. I was the only metalhead at my school. So
Right.
Okay.
I was kind of an outcast, and there was this guy called Anton van der Zee. He's the drummer for Stoffelijk Omskot, the death metal band. He used to drum for Intoxication.
Oh, cool.
And which is this punk band from back in the day. And he gave me some bands to listen to, you know. And at first it just...
But he didn't give you a kitten like the...
No, too bad, you know. I was like, give me a kitten.
Only those bands, only inspiration.
Yeah.
But he turned you on to a lot of music.
Yeah. And
cool.
He he told me, in 10 years you're gonna cut off your hair and get a mohawk. I still don't have a mohawk, but I do listen
Anton, there you go.
Yeah.
Sucks to be you.
Sucks to be you. No, he's a great guy, you know. I still see him from time to time. And for me, how I connect with music, it really depends on how I feel. Like I was a really angry teen, so I really got into death and black metal, and also punk, a lot of crust punk back in the day, you know.
That totally makes sense.
And you know, also because it was really hard to find a job as someone like me. I don't know if you know, but there's also like kind of a cult in Stadskanaal. I'm not gonna get into any
Sure.
Discriminatory practices that they have in Stadskanaal.
No, if you like, I did research, and it turns out that like half of the companies there is owned by the same group, which is a Christian group. They are from Denmark, and I'm not gonna go into specifics, but say to the Noorse broeders, and they are like.
What does the economy of Stadskanaal drive on? Even
I don't know. I really don't know. I remember there was a lot of drugs and alcohol, which is why I'm straight edge. You know, like I was like.
So if you happen to be a Christian drug dealer from Stadskanaal,
but that's a really interesting story. I think like you kind of rejected the stuff from your environment that you saw as toxic. Basically.
Yeah, I think so.
You found, you know, something like positivity in this music. I guess.
Well, depends. Like I don't really listen to black metal anymore, but that's mainly because I got really depressed after a while. You know, like
listening to that.
Yeah.
I mean, it does have that effect on you, I guess.
And
that particular subgenre.
Yeah, I love DSBM. You know, and but the problem is like music has a lot of impact on my state of mind, you know?
Yes.
And after a while, I started getting my life together, you know? I got a job, you know, working in the W.Wolf. I've been working there for 3 years now.
Anniversary.
Yeah, woo! I bought a house.
Cool.
Yeah. And I got back on to school, so I don't really listen to black metal anymore.
Because you just don't feel like it.
Yeah, I listen to it at home sometimes, you know, but I still love black metal, but it's just... It
doesn't have the same vibe, same energy anymore.
No. Like, for me, I still love making black metal, you know.
Right. Like that, okay.
It's kind of weird to...
put in the words.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I get you. Like, it's... you connected to that kind of music at one point in your life. But as you... You know, as you put it, you put your life together. You're kind of feeling better now. You don't listen as much to this like very dark, melancholic kind of.
No, exactly. You know, and nowadays I
listen to satanic speed metal.
Yeah, satanic speed metal,
which is way better.
Which is I feel great when I listen to this kind of stuff, and it helped me through some. Rough stuff as well, you know. I almost lost my house like a year ago or something, and this music really just like it gives you this kick.
It gives you a house.
Yeah, it gives you a house. You know, guys, listen to rock and roll. It's gonna give you a house.
Heck yeah! And on that note, should we listen to one more of the songs in here?
Yeah.
Let's do Satan's Highway by the band Hookers.
Love that name.
See you later.
On Happy Hour FM, 106.6 FM.
The devil himself.
The devil himself on Happy Hour FM. We are back. You know what? I'm actually gonna let one of the other songs in your playlist here play in the background because we won't have time to get through all of them. But, we'll have Hit It and Run by Speedealer in the background as we continue talking about.
But if you want to hear more of this type of music, do they usually have it in the background at W.Wolf?
Oh, I do. I play a lot of stuff.
Ooh.
You know, I play a lot of punk. I play a lot of metal. Sometimes depends on the vibe. You know, I play some hard country. You know.
Yeah.
And it really depends on which people there are. You know.
Hank William IV was Dwere last week. That was pretty cool. Really sweet guy. Yeah.
Sorry, who is that?
Hank William IV. So Hank Williams, the original.
It sounds like a king from England.
So Hank Williams.
He is a king.
The original is a legendary country singer. He was like from the era of Johnny Cash and
right.
very
Even
very
earlier.
influential in I guess even earlier. Very influential in music history. Then his son Hank Williams Jr., also a musician, also successful. His son Hank Williams III is the one that heavy like metalheads also really like because apart from country, he also played bass in Superjoint Ritual, which is one of the sickest metal bands of all time, and he also had another. Like a couple of hardcore projects.
Yeah, it's Ass Jack.
Yeah. It's really cool.
They got one album, if I'm right. Tennessee Driver was the name. That's a song on there, which is a great album from beginning to end. You know, it's the song "Cocaine, the White Devil," which is we're talking about a lot about cocaine tonight.
We are.
Well, that's just you, man.
It's just you, man.
But for real, kids, stay away from that stuff.
Don't do drugs, you know.
Yeah. No, nobody in this room does. So
no.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, that was dry. Anyway, that album. Back to that album. What's on that album?
Yeah.
What's on that album?
We're talking about the Ass Jack album. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's just a really good album.
It's a really good album. Yeah, check it out.
Really
I got some fun.
Hank William IV.
Hank William IV was
the Duke of Winchester.
He's the next generation, and he's a cool guy. Okay, Dylan, here's a couple of fun questions as we bring this show to an end.
Yeah, well, we're nearly done already. Oh man, time really flies.
If you could tour with any band from any country, any time period, like you're just God, so you can do whatever the heck you want, what band would you tour with? You
That's
can time
a great
travel,
question.
you can do whatever the hell.
Probably Beethoven.
Beethoven, you would tour with Beethoven.
Like, I would think about it, you know.
How well is your sign language? First of all,
it
let's start.
sucks, but I'll go like back in the day, probably, you know. And
real back in the day.
I will be like, and I will be God.
That's so funny. I was expecting like Motorhead or something. You're like, Beethoven.
First of all, how did tours happen back in the day?
Oh, actually, you know Niccolo Paganini?
On a horse carriage.
Yeah. No, really, they just, like, Niccolo Paganini.
They had all the amps and stuff on the back
all
of
the
the
amps,
horse
you know.
carriage.
Yeah.
No, but I see, like, how did you know, you didn't have quite a tour bus with, or they just have guitars and whatnot in there.
Actually,
just like
that's actually an interesting question. I don't know if they did tour. I think just the music tour.
Oh,
like
they did tour.
Yeah.
You got Niccolo Paganini, like I said, from he's an Italian. He lived in Spain, if I'm right. He plays cool stuff, you know. I listen to him a lot, and he toured through Iberian Peninsula.
Yeah,
and just on his souped up wagons, you know. Yeah.
That's so funny, dude. Okay, cool answer. Okay, if you were a musical Jedi, meaning that you have unlimited musical skills in any kind of instrument that you want, what kind of music would you make?
I'll probably like make stuff like Taylor Swift just for the money, you know.
Wow,
I'll earn like a lot of money, and I'll like make a big golden statue of myself. You know? And,
you know what is so weird and funny about that? Well, maybe not you, Chris, but Dylan, I'm sure you're familiar with Franz Bauer, right?
I got a mug of him.
Oh, really?
Coffee,
Oh,
yeah,
man,
in
that's
the
so
Witte
cool.
Wolf, I got a coffee mug, my own coffee mug with Frans Bauer on it.
Oh, wow. That's first of all, quite amazing to have.
Yeah.
No, but that's one of the weirdest things I hear, that he, all of his wedding songs, that was his own music. He really likes his own music.
It is good, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
no,
my own
but
music
like-
as well.
Yeah, no, but first of all, he said like, well, if I didn't like that music, I wouldn't be making it, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, for some weird reason, I cannot believe that there's people that are just like only into Frans Bauer music,
Oh,
including
yeah.
Frans Bauer himself.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
like,
but you got
this
some
is-
weird people, you know.
Yeah, like, dude, but I don't know. Listen to something else that expands your horizon or whatever.
I knew a guy in Stadskanaal who only listened to Elvis Presley, you know.
Yeah, that would be so boring
Wow.
to only have one person to listen to.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it kind of leads into it. Final question for the evening, because they're gonna kick us out of the studio in a little bit.
Oh, no.
Just
Everything
lock the
is
door.
alright. Squatters.
Yes, got it.
If you're on a desolate island and you only had one album to listen to, what album would you listen to?
That's another great question.
Self-help book, how to get lost of a deserted island, how to get back
a
home. Self-help book.
Self-help book about how to build a raft and get off properly, you know? Or like,
An audio book about how to build a raft.
yeah. Or probably something from Frank Zappa, you know? Frank Zappa did a lot of
cool,
great
man.
stuff.
Yeah.
And his...
And probably as you're going crazy, the music just gets better and better.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly. Or...
do you know, it's what the a previous host once said, I believe it was also on the show. You know the TV show Miami Vice from the 1980s?
oh, he was in that.
Yeah, he was in that, and he was playing a criminal, and he had
Yeah.
the most amazing line ever. I looked it up later. It was genuinely funny. This guy was playing a criminal, so he was like talking all the way
Yeah.
like this to just like sell his character, and he needed to make some deal. He said, like, right in the camera with a straight face, yeah, this guy, I hate him. He stole $2 million of my favorite dollars. Like, that's one of the weirdest lines one is ever able to produce. Like, dude, what?
Yeah.
How?
Frank
What?
Zappa's
What?
cool.
Yeah, man.
Frank
I
Zappa's
love
super
him.
cool, man.
I love him.
Hey, Dylan, thank you very much for stopping
Yeah.
by, dude.
Yeah, no problem.
It was amazing to have, yeah.
Fist bump.
Yeah.
Bam. There's
Yeah.
a fist
Yeah,
bump
there you go.
live on air.
Oh, man.
We do have to bring this circus down, though,
Yeah.
because the next show is about to start. But we thank
Yeah,
you
if you
very
want to
much.
stick around for Sugar Daddy Radio,
Sugar Daddy
please.
Radio's after us, but thank you very much for
Yes.
listening to Happy
Yeah.
Hour FM.
Yeah,
yet again.
we'll be back next Monday at 6
Next
at
Monday at 6
106.6 FM.
with some more exciting stuff. Stay tuned
Yeah.
for that on Happy Hour FM on
Yeah, and if you
Instagram.
want to see more of Dylan, please go to W.Wolf.
Totally. And this episode will be on YouTube. You know where to find it.
Yes.
Have a nice
Have
week.
a nice week. Have a
Yeah,
nice
and listen
life.
to punk rock.
Yeah,
Totally.
definitely.
And heavy metal. And be safe. See ya.
See ya.